May Day in Caracas, and the opposition leadership called its supporters out on the streets again. Most were keen to see and hear from this man, Juan Guaido, the opposition leader who says the presidency should be his.
What we have sacrificed will not be in vain. It has not been in vain. It has been for our families, for our future. It has been at every turn to achieve our objective.
His profile has again soared after a dramatic move on Tuesday when he appeared on the streets with a group of rebel National Guardsmen. They tried and failed to provoke a military uprising at this airbase. On Wednesday, the same base became the focus of protests again. This group appeared to be using a van as a battering ram to gain access. There were protests in other cities too. Here in Barquisimeto in northwestern Venezuela, there were also several arrests. Back in Caracas, the government held its own, more traditional May Day parade. It's keen to get across the message that not everyone is against it.
I am supporting our revolution, supporting our revolutionary process for the peace of Venezuela, Latin America, and the world.
Earlier, President Maduro had congratulated his armed forces for what he said was the victory against the plotters. And he ridiculed suggestions from the U.S. Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, that he was ready to go into exile in Cuba.
Mike Pompeo said this afternoon, Maduro had a plane ready to take him to Cuba, but the Russians prevented him from leaving the country. Mr. Pompeo, please, this really is a joke.
Both the president and those that want him gone insist that they are not giving up. And the latest we're hearing from the opposition side is that a series of labour strikes are planned in the coming days. Stephen Gibbs, CGTN, Caracas.